Howdy there guys, and welcome back to Edgar TV, where today it's another look at the world rankings. We have just seen the conclusion of the Players' Championship finals and we're rushing in now to the World Championship. There's going to be tour cards lost along the way, people moving into the 64, into the 32, the 16, lots of movers. Now's the time to be subscribed to Edgar TV, because I'm going to talk you through everything over the next sort of 6 weeks, and there's a lot of things happening in the world of darts. But for now, let's have a look how Minehead has adjusted the rankings, and you obviously get a lot of movement in this due to the fact of the turnover of players, and you'll see here like Chris Landman going up 4 places, Daniel Closer going up 3. People would jump. Mike Ivanhoven going 7. That's because down the bottom end of the rankings, when you're picking up £3,000 or £6,500, you can see quite sizable moves because the ranking positions are quite close. In here, though, you'll see a lot of names and people that need to do well at that World Championship qualifier. Devon Peterson, Bradley Brooks, James Wilson, all due to lose that tour card at the end of the year. Jules Van Dongen, someone who is due to lose it at the end of the year, but he's playing well. He didn't get the results at the Players' Championship finals, but we'll be hoping to get something at the Worlds. Richard Veenstra up to 79 already. He's on a free year at the moment in the fact that he's not defending anything, and next year as well he will not be defending anything, so expect to see him move up into the top 64. The top 64 is obviously your cut-off point for the tour card positions, and you'll see when you have a look around here a couple of interesting names. First one, I'm going to take a look at Radak Sagansky, who picked up a bit of prize money down at Minehead. He won a Pro Tour this year. He will be in the World Championships, but as it stands, he's outside of those tour card holding positions. Now, the interesting thing about Radak Sagansky is he's in the World Match Play as it stands. However, if he does lose his tour card, he will be out of the match play places. Even if he goes to Q School and gets his card back, he'll be zeroed. He will lose the opportunity to be in that match play position. So, real big time here for Sagansky to try and get into that top 64. You see, Jeff Smith at the moment, not too far away, but loses a lot of money at the World Championships. Had the new rule not come into place, Jeff Smith would have been guaranteed a place now at the World Championship. However, with the new rule, it meant that that North American title does not count for Jeff, as he is a PDC Tour card holder. There is a video on that if you want to check that out. That rule has eliminated Jeff Smith. He's coming over for the qualifier, but he's in a bit of trouble. Hempel, someone who a couple of years ago had a good time at the World Championship. You'll see him up here at number 59. You think he's safe? He's due to drop 10 places, so he'll go out of that tour card spot if he doesn't get in the World Championships. Time's running out for him. Do you see Mensa Suljovic, someone we've picked up on this channel as someone who's sort of free-falling through the rankings, is not in the World Championship either. So £15,000 to come off there. I think next year's the last year that we get Mensa Suljovic. Adrian Lewis will continue to drop. He has not entered the qualifier for the World Championship, but Gian van Veen already up to number 45, up another 4 positions, £115,000, and he is not defending anything. So when we take a look at his sort of future, he's currently 7th place to get in the World Match Play and 5th to be in the World Grand Prix. So expect to see Gian van Veen in the top 32 with just standard play. He doesn't need to progress, he doesn't need to get better, just needs to keep doing the sort of things that he is at the minute. So keep your eye on Gian van Veen for a move. Mervyn King, another one to keep your eye on for a move, but a move in the wrong direction as he slides further away from the top 32. Top 32, position that Luke Woodhouse is closing in on at the moment, just £500 behind Maraz Razma at the moment. He's defending £15,000 at the World Championship, but he's guaranteed 7.5. With people above him defending higher amounts, we might see Luke Woodhouse actually go into the top 32. I will let you know all what's to look at pretty soon when we do the World Championship preview, so again, make sure you're subscribed. Moving up, see Ryan Searle now dropping out of the top 16. That's because he was runner-up in this event 2 years ago, the Players' Championship Finals, lost to Peter Wright, and losing that prize money now sees him out of the top 16. Not too far away, but just ahead of him, Stephen Bunting, someone who's moving towards the top 16, jumps another 3 places up in the rankings. I expect to see Stephen Bunting doing very well in the very near future. Looking even higher at the rankings now, James Wade. He's got a big chunk to defend at the World Championship, but he's doing it so good at the minute. He's in fine form. So very worth keeping your eye on James Wade. He might stay in the top 16 by the end of the year. But Dirtman Dijvenbode, this injury's getting serious now. He's down another 2 positions. He's got big money coming off his rankings. He could be in danger here of going out the top 16. Again, I will talk you through all of that permutations and the possibilities of who's going to be losing money over the World Championships. Certainly those tour cards as well. But let's take a look at the top of the rankings. And when we look at those top 4 positions, we can see that Peter Wright's now dropped a couple of places, jumped by Michael van Gerwen and Luke Humphries, expecting him to be jumped as well by a few more towards the back end of the year, defending big prize money at that World Championship, so could be a problem for Snakebite. Luke Humphries, another TV title, he's the favourite for the World Championship. He's going to be very, very hard to beat. He's now up to world number 3 and just ticking them off one by one by one. Michael Smith stays in the top position and Michael van Gerwen into second place. And this is how it looks in terms of the actual money. Luke Humphries now £270,000 behind. Michael van Gerwen not got a lot to deal with in terms of World Championship money. So there is going to be a few more moves, I think, up towards this top end because that World Championship is so heavily weighted. And when you're someone like Peter Wright and you've got to defend 500,000, we could see him drop outside the top 8. I do think he'll defend quite a lot of it. Probably will regret not being in this event here at the Players' Championship where he's put nothing on the board. However, think about this in a couple of years' time. Nothing on the board, nothing to defend. This becomes a free event in a couple of years' time for Peter Wright. So pros and cons, positives and negatives to what there is with that. As you can see, lots of movement and shakers. This is the big one coming up next, the World Championship. Expect lots and lots of ranking movers, but keep your eye on those players that are not defending anything. Your Josh Rocks, Gian Van Veen. These guys are going to jump up, and they're playing some of the top darts in the world on stats. They're getting some of the most incredible results. These two are going to be knocking on the door of those key positions, 32 and 16. We'll keep an eye on all of that right here on Edgar TV. Let me know who you think is going to be the big mover over the next few weeks. I'll catch you soon for some more Edgar TV. Edgar TV.